I know exactly where your eyes are headed, and you better knock it off. Flag me for inappropriate nudity. I don't care. I literally hopped straight out the shower because I realized that I only have about a good hour of daylight left today because I am lazy and I do not know what it means to be actually productive. As it gets closer to May, meaning closer to my last month living in this particular apartment space, I find myself faced with a very specific struggle that only really rears its head when I am about to move to a new apartment. That struggle being groceries. Now, granted, groceries are kind of a struggle all the time anyway, because of course it is such a burden to either go all the way to Trader Joe's in South Burlington on a bus and carry that shit back, or I walk 2 steps down to City Market, the local co-op, and pay so much more money for so much less food. But that is not the source of my struggle with regards to moving. The actual source of my struggle deals with the actual physical presence of the food. What ends up happening, of course, is I have to decide what food I end up keeping and what food I'm going to end up having to throw away in between my leases because, of course, spoilage is a very real thing and I wish it were not. But the problem is I start thinking about this a good 2 months before I really should. So here we are at the end of April, and I haven't actually gone legitimately grocery shopping in about a good month and a half. I've been living solely off of takeout and ordering out, etc., which of course is really more expensive in the long run. I understand that. But then every time I think, oh, today's the day, I'll go get some groceries. And then just that little voice in the back of my mind just says, do you really want to commit to that? Because you're going to be moving soon. Are you really going to try and carry all of that food to your next apartment, find a place to store it so it doesn't go bad, putting it in boxes, unpacking it? Are you sure you want to deal with that and not just start over from scratch? And it just keeps building and building until here we are again at the end of April, and I have no food in my fridge save for a box of Papa John's pizza that I ordered instead of actually buying myself some eggs, milk, and bread like a normal human being would. At this point, it's becoming sort of a self-defeating cycle, but like, how much longer can I live off of this takeout before I desperately need to actually cook something myself?